I got a good meal plan for tomorrow. I mean, if you're watching this and you're even remotely hungry, or maybe not even hungry, I bet it'll make you hungry. It says it feels like 4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not too pleasant outside. I know with my physique, you guys probably already knew that. Where are we? Hey friends, welcome back to another Off the Farm adventure. This one we're at Mirror Lake State Park. It's near Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. I've never been here before. I got in late last night. It was dark, nothing to film. Surprisingly, I have at least one neighbor right beside me, and last night at least, I can't see this morning because there's snow on the front of my truck, but there was another winter camper across the road from me. I guess I was a little surprised. It's a popular winter camping state park. I think there's possibly some good hikes here that I'm gonna try to do today. But before we get into that, it had just started to snow last night when I showed up. Here's a couple clips of getting here. There's at least 2 neighbors, if not 3. Like, it's fairly busy. And then earlier in the week, I went and updated my electric in the truck camper. So I'll go ahead and show that process real quick right now. And it's working great, by the way. No turning back now. So I put this tape on so the drill didn't chip any of the paint. It helps not chip the paint right on the edge of the hole. Just kind of test fitting it here. I went with 1 7/8 inch specifically because I knew it would kind of fit just right to actually use the threads on the back of this to kind of thread this in. Oh, solid as a rock. So when I showed up last night and plugged the camper in, that last night was the first time I was using the new external plug bulkhead, or whatever you want to call it. It worked great. It's really nice not having the cord strung up through the gaps in the topper and all through here. It's just all tucked back in that corner. That's super nice. And then, having shown all those clips, it brings us to last night, right before bed. Well, friends, that's not very good. that fan is coming on real slow. Oh, I forgot to put the outside portion of the thermometer out. I'm excited. I got my new electricity hooked up. So I got my extension cord just plugged into the outside of the truck, like it should be. I'll show you real quick how I lock my tailgate. Or the back. I lock my tailgate with the keys on the truck. But I'll show you how I lock the back door of the topper. So you can see how that bar slides. This bar slides in and out of here. So when you lock it, the bar slides that way. When you unlock it, the bar slides this way. Well, when I lock it, and then I just put a vice grip right on this side of it, just like that, and now that won't slide no more. And that's how I lock it. And it fits in there just perfect. There we go. Not gonna cook anything tonight. The wife and I, along with the wife's co-worker and his wife, went out to eat on a double date this afternoon, and we went to a place called Buzzard Billy's, which is a Cajun style restaurant. And oofta, I ate too much, so not hungry. Won't be eating tonight, but I got a good meal plan for tomorrow. I mean, if you're watching this and you're even remotely hungry, or maybe not even hungry, I bet it'll make you hungry after you see what I'm making. One more thing, 16 degrees and dropping outside. Currently 50 inside. With the wind chill, it says it feels like 4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not too pleasant outside. I'm gonna throw a movie in, hit the hay, and we'll catch back up with you in the morning. So now everyone's caught up, so now I can officially say, good morning, friends. It is the next morning now. Currently 69 degrees in the back of the truck, 10 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So I'm gonna wipe the sleep out of my eyes and get some more layers on because I'm in my PJs right now, and we're gonna start the day and see what kind of adventure we can get into here at Mirror Lake. And stay tuned, guys, because I got a good lunch we're gonna cook. Probably an overkill for a lunch, but I'm looking forward to it, put it that way. Friends, we've embarked on our first adventure here at Mirror Lake. It's called Echo Rock. I mean, it is just beautiful out this morning. I'm sorry I didn't get more footage of leaving the campsite, but my other GoPro that's on the big tripod, a 90% battery, runs out, goes dead in about 30 seconds. In this weather, it's about 10 degrees outside right now. 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, where do I go from here? I guess I'll follow the majority. Oh, there's a sign over there, Echo Trail. I'll tell you what, friends, it is cold out here. Even hiking, I'm cold. Looks like a nice warm bench to sit on. That's a big walking bridge across the ravine, big canyon or something over there. We'll have to go over there. But I got my sights set on this Echo Rock. I wonder if you stand out on it, or I don't even know what it looks like, if you can even stand on it. But I'm voting. If you yell or something, you can get a good echo, maybe. I have no idea. Just speculation. Oh, here's a little sign right here. Echo Rock Trail goes down that way. I was thinking it was this for a second. And although it is very pretty, I was starting to think maybe this trail is going to be a little anticlimactic. It's a neat tree. So we'll go down this super steep hill. Doesn't look steep at all on camera, per usual. But I'm glad I got my yak tracks on. So I think that's it. Well, friends, yak track down. Which is pretty unfortunate because if any of you have seen these in the store, they're like 60 bucks. And I've never been able to get a full season out of one of these. Does anyone have suggestions for good, hardy crampon dealios like this that'll last more than 3 or 4 hikes? Let me know down in the comments. So that's probably 15 feet to the top up there. And this is hanging over real far. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but there's a big flat face right there. Big flat face of the rock, which is directly across from that side over there. And I wonder if you're standing on that side, it probably gives you a pretty good echo. I'm assuming, hence the name Echo Rock. Oh, that's a big rock. Tell you what, be a good survival area. I mean, I'm way under it. Be a real good survival rock. The guy got stranded somewhere and found a rock like that, build a fire up against it. I don't know. I actually don't know what I'm talking about. In my own imagination, I think that would be a good survival rock. That's a pretty cool bench, especially in the summer when it wouldn't make you freeze to death. There's actually people that have houses and live right on the shore of this Mirror Lake. It'd be a beautiful place to have a house. All right, so we just continued on the loop. I don't know that this is necessarily going to take me right back to the truck, but if not, I know how to get back to the truck. But it is going to take us to that big bridge, and that bridge spans this little canyon over here to my left. So it looks like you can cross-country ski down there. And I've heard down in this canyon that there's pretty cool ice formations. Unfortunately, like 80% of Mirror Lake's trails that can access a lot of the really cool areas are cross-country ski trails, which you cannot hike on. It will ruin the trail. Speaking of what I just said, I'm an avid mountain biker. I know with my physique, you guys probably already knew that. But for real though, I do love mountain biking. And in the wintertime, I fat bike, which is just a bike designed for winter. It's got like 4.5-inch wide tires, and the tires have little studs on them. I'll show you that bike in an upcoming video. But a lot of the bike trails, winter bike trails, which are called fat biking trails, are groomed as well. And we also don't want people hiking on them because their shoes and whatnot make holes in the trail. and it would be the same way for the cross-country skiers. So I get where they're coming from. I do wish though that they would have like maybe a hiking trail alongside the cross-country trail, so in the winter a person that doesn't have cross-country skis could still go see some of the cool things. So we'll head back to the truck and see if there's any other cool trails we can do. I got here late last night and didn't do a lot of filming last night, so we're gonna get a full day of filming in today, folks. Hey friends, I know I said we were gonna go find another hike, but I gotta eat first, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook my lunch. It's gonna be a little heavy lunch. I originally got the ingredients to cook for dinner last night, but I got here so late and really wasn't hungry, so we'll cook last night's dinner today for lunch. All right, so we got some ground beef, which I'm gonna 1 pound of ground beef, which I'm gonna fry up. We got some cheese. It's supposed to be shredded cheese, but it just turned into crumbles. I had it frozen in the fridge. Sour cream, nacho cheese, taco seasoning, and what was originally going to be loaded nachos, I think I'm just going to make into a taco salad. I'm just going to mix it all in a bowl and eat it because that sounds delicious. Oh, and we got some jalapenos to put in there as well. This thing's going to be big enough. Oh yeah, it will. It's going to be good. Hopefully it doesn't smoke up the truck too bad. Oh man, this is starting to smell good. Ooh, that smells good. I don't know what that is, somebody plowing or something. So I'm gonna use my bowl. My pot as a bowl of meat in here. Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh. A few more. Now we'll put some nacho cheese in there. Nacho cheese, my cheese. Oh yeah. So that's got a little spice to her. Jalapeno cheddar. Gotta put some sour cream in there. A different flavor of cheese, because I'm from Wisconsin. And some jalapenos. Oof, that's got some spice right away. Oh yeah, I forgot. Gotta put some guacamole in there. I'm gonna mix it up now. Tell me that don't look delicious. Mmm. Cold already, of course. Wouldn't be truck camping if you had to eat something warm. Man, I wish I could let you guys try this. Taco meat, sour cream, jalapeno cheddar nacho cheese, jalapenos, some more cheese, guacamole, and corn chips. Mmm. Ooh, there was a jalapeno on that one. I guess this would be considered more like a, maybe like a walking taco. It's missing lettuce. However, I'm real picky about my lettuce. I had a bad experience with some lettuce several years ago. Put me in a bad way. So I'm very particular and picky about what lettuce I'll eat, when I'll eat it. So I'm not missing it too much, but it would be the nice extra little touch it needs. Tell you what, you can keep ice for a pretty long time, even in a really cheap cooler. when it's 10 degrees outside. Got myself a little dessert. Oh, Reese's Big Cup. I ate one yesterday evening and figured I'd save this one for dessert today. It's a little hard. It's also a little cold. What would you guys call that? It was originally going to be loaded nachos. I figured, you know, in a truck camping setting, having nachos with all that messy stuff on top, trying to eat them, I figured just mix it together. I'm notorious for doing that anyways. I bet it just makes some of you guys out there just cringe watching me mix all foods together and stuff. But hey, if it works, it works. And that was really good. Alright friends, this one's called Pulpit Rock Trail, and I really don't know what it goes to, other than I'm assuming it's a rock called Pulpit Rock. We'll see. Ooh, that says Pulpit Rock that way. Alright, if I'm understanding the sign right out here was a couple cottages where people lived way back in the day. And then right there it drops down into a big valley. So let's keep going on this trail. Man, it is beautiful out here. My understanding, just briefly skimming over these signs, and I may be wrong, but I think I got the gist of it. This is like a little higher elevation spot in this area. By higher elevation I mean by like 100 feet. But there was a group of people that lived out here into like the 1950s or maybe 1960 that lived in cottages up on this with no running water, and I think only one had electricity, and they called themselves the Fern dwellers. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more to the story. It's a little chilly to stand at each one of these signs. Like, I got thick gloves on. My fingers are about to freeze off, I think. I'm just trying to stay moving. So it's going through these 13, I think it was 13 cottages, and the people that lived in them. However, I thought this was like where they used to be, the cottages, but it's not. So I'm a little confused by that. See, this one's 1948. You guys can pause this and read it if you want. It basically tells you about the cottage and about the family that lived there. I know GoPro ain't doing us justice, but that's a huge canyon down in there. So I'll try to do some more research once I'm at the truck and see exactly what this is. Is this just a scenic walk where you can learn about a group of nearby cottages? And what are the significance of these cottages? I know one is a Frank Lloyd Wright designed and built cottage. I think it was his last piece of work before he retired or passed away. I only got one boot with gription on it. Luckily the snow's sticky enough and there ain't too much ice here on these. End of trail. River down there splits and goes to each side, it looks like. Pulpit Rock, the point. Okay, so during the summer, that's what Pulpit Rock looks like. Okay, yeah, we're definitely up on an area here. What the heck's going on down there? Check that out. What's your guys' thoughts? It's pretty far down there. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but maybe if I move, you'll be able to tell a little bit. I'm voting Pulpit Rock looks way more amazing down from the water. We'll have to come back here in the summer and check that out. So, Pulpit Rock was beneath us. We were standing on it. Okay, I understand now. I understand now. Okay. So this point right here is Pulpit Rock. That's what we were standing on. And then the river splits this way and this way. So all these cabins, we're walking through where all these cabins should be, or used to be. Okay? So see, like that says 9. Well, right back here, let me run back here and show you. Okay, so that's marker number 9, which means this is that lot number 9. So somebody had a cabin out here overlooking that river. Okay, I see now. So my question is, why are none of these cabins here anymore? That's what I need to figure out. That Frank Lloyd Wright cabin, I'm pretty sure that one still should be here somewhere. I'm pretty sure, but I didn't see it. I think all the cabins have been tore down or just reclaimed by nature. But I seen pictures online where the Frank Lloyd Wright cottage, and he was a architect. He a very famous architect that designed I don't know, things like the House on the Rock and Spring Green. He had a very cool, modern style for his time. I know for a fact that Frank Lloyd Wright cottage is still up somewhere. See, here's another marker. So, I mean, just think of these markers as like lot numbers where people had cottages back in there. They're all through here. Of course, it's iced over right where our info is that we need. Markers 15 through 16. Okay, see, that's Lake Delton. So that's not here. But this is the landing at Fern. So that's Pulpit Rock. We were standing at the top of that earlier. The Morris Hotel boat landing. So these things were here, and the cottages were here. Wonder what happened to it all. This was not. That's on Lake Delton. That's in Wisconsin Dells. The Ferndale landing must have been. It's making sense now. The people would come up here via boat from Lake Delton, which is in Wisconsin Dells, which is 3 miles away. So they would use the river to go in and out of town, I'm assuming. But why are the cabins gone? I can't imagine that there would just be no trace of them left, unless people got rid of all traces of them for some reason. I'm gonna have to do some research on this. Oh, that sun feels good on the face. My cheeks and stuff don't even want to work. That's a big old water slide. The water park capital of the world. Big old dinosaur over there. Well, friends, that was a fun hike. I still got to do some research more into the Fern dweller community, or I don't know, that group of the people that lived in that group of cottages. Then I also wanted to thank someone for giving me a little shout out. Camp Dogs is the name of his channel. He does camping videos with his 2 boys and his dog. I was watching his last video. He gave me a little shout out, so I wanted to say thanks for that. And if you guys feel so inclined, head on over and check his channel out. It's Camp Dogs, all one word with 2 G's at the end. Got some coffee at Quick Trip, which is the best convenience store known to mankind. And there's no close second. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you want to catch up on my last video, go ahead and click right here. And if you want to watch a playlist of all my truck camping videos, go ahead and click on this one here. As always, thank you to the armed forces and the veterans out there. We owe everything to you. Thank you for your service, and we'll see you on the next Off the Farm adventure. Thanks, guys.